Hello.
Welcome to the conversation. Sorry, guys, we are late because we have a bit of technical glitch, but now it's all resolved, and we are happy to have you with us today. Welcome, welcome. So today, our rich conversation. Welcome. We are your hosts, Louis Ho and
David ECD.
And our focus is all about how you can become richer. Okay,
Cool.
So who wants to become rich? Help me to type in the comments to say me.
Let's see who's here first. Who's here?
Yeah.
Who's here?
I think they're all waiting.
Yeah. Maybe we should sing a song first, Luis.
Huh?
Maybe we should sing a song
You just heard the new song, right?
To welcome everybody.
Let's see.
If you are there and you're with us, I want you to just say hi. Hi, David. Hi, Louis. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kelvin. Just say hi. Cool. Let's see. Okay, before we begin chatting with our special guest, Kelvin Chuang, we want to ask a favor from all of you. Please go ahead and share the broadcast. Let's make as many people as rich as possible. Right? We want to thank you for joining us. Right? We have with us a special guest, like I said. His name is Kelvin Chuang. Now, Kelvin was a corporate high flyer, managing multi-million deals even in his 20s for PWD, FNN, and many others. He has helped corporations grow with strategic and timely implementations. In his 30s, he moved into real estate and brought his money-making skills to real estate. He has grown his wealth, especially in commercial property. Today, his passion is to add value to as many people as possible. And that's why he is here to share his knowledge and experience with all of us, so that all of us will be enriched. So let's put our hands together and welcome Kelvin.
Woo!
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Kelvin.
Hey,
Hello, hi, David. Hi, Louis.
Thank you for spending time with us.
Yeah.
How are you today?
Okay, today is super busy, running up and down, doing all the errands, So it's like, sorry for, I think part of the little bit delay also because of me. So sorry.
No worries. It's a small thing. We're happy that you are here. We are very, very happy. What nice haircut you have. You look very handsome.
Thank you very much. I like to have keep my hair short, so that,
So that time during circuit breaker where the barbers are all closed, so you had difficulty like managing that 1 month?
Yeah. So I just don't do any cutting. So I just wear my cap most of the time. I don't even bother to shave. Yeah. Until I cannot take it anymore. So because I have a habit to always play with it. Most of the time you just play. So at the end of the time, I'm gonna cut all this because it's very distractive. So and you can't focus while you're doing things. Yeah. So
you look very sharp. You look very handsome. We want to tell everybody that actually Kelvin is taken, but we're all having a guess. Guess how young you think Kelvin is. If you're there and you've just joined us, please guess how young you think Kelvin looks, because he looks younger than me. But here is a clue. He's actually older than me, but he looks younger than me. You see? Right? Okay, Kelvin, thank you for joining us.
Richard says you look like 25. He guessed you're 25.
Richard.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Richard.
See, Richard says 25.
You are the Alan Thumb of Singapore. Forever 25.
Hopefully I'm 35, but I'm not actually. Yeah.
So can share your age?
Yep.
Or you can share your age, or your age is a secret?
Sure, my age is not a secret. I'm 55 this year.
Wow, look really good.
You don't look 55.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Let's get down to the gist of what we wanted to ask you. All right.
Okay.
We're all very excited that you're here. Now you are known as a corporate high flyer. So
Not
share
high
a little,
flyer, just a
share a
millionaire.
little with us. What were your corporate days like?
Okay, as I think before that I share with you. Actually, I'm
Mm.
quite blessed. After I finished my study, I straight away
Yeah.
have a job offer from the government. My first job is
Wow.
in PWD. Okay,
Yeah.
my first project is the Marichi Wild Duck, the flyover. That's my first project, and
Mm.
I just do that. The only things I don't like when I go for site inspection, I will to stand under the sun to check all the structure. That's the things which I don't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I worked less than a year. I was headhunted by another listed company called L&M, if you recall the company.
Oh.
So become a purchaser. So I buying all the construction material which I'm very familiar with. So
Yeah.
I'm very happy down there. I think one thing about every job that I go, my boss is very nice to me. Really treat me very well. Even my boss will tell me, "Kel, are you happy or anything not happy? You must tell me." They always ask me. So I'm actually very happy. I thought about wow, this job not bad. Maybe I can work until retirement. Because why? All the people will uncut you, because you are buying material, so they will uncut you. So but I think I worked there for a year plus. I get headhunted by FNN.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I went there. They were telling me that they want to build the first international theme park in Singapore. That
Wow.
really excited me, because
Yep.
I like to do theme park entertainment, this kind of, and I
Yeah.
feel that there's a lot of things for me to pick up. So I say, oh yeah, interesting. So at the end, I went over to FNN. I went over to FNN, so I take care of Hopper Villa, if you recall, international
Right.
theme park.
Yes.
Yeah, then you pay a $16 inside. There's a lot of performance entertainment. I
Yes.
take care of the entertainment department, which I have about
Mm.
100 people
Mm.
performer. During the time, like Gurmit Singh, Ko Cheng Man, Kumar, all these are performers.
Wow.
Yeah. So so what we do is that we provide show entertainment in the park. So we
Mm.
provide pocket entertainment, show production, music production. We do all kind of things. So
Wow.
when we're doing this part, because it's part of the Fraser FNN subsidiary. So then FNN, the management told me, Cal, can you also help out in all the shopping mall we have? That's why we do
Mm.
all marketing events over there. So that's why I also running the shopping mall events, like the North Point opening, which I did, many years ago. I remember I invited Joe Day to do the opening event. Then some games.
Zoite.
Yes.
Ooh.
Then I also organized concert in the Hopper Villa. My first concert is Aaron Kwok. You know,
Oh.
he just came out his first album. I still remember, 对你爱不完. I straight away
Oh, I
find
know
out.
the one. The I
Yes.
Puhan. Yeah.
He's under his home recorder company. I just tell him, oh, I want to engage you to come and perform. So, but before that, you had to do a 45 minutes game with the participants, audience. Then night you do a show at the Hopper Villa itself.
Wow.
So it's a whole day event. We just did all these things. I think I enjoy working as a team part because it let me understand how the operation. Because
Mm.
before when we opened this, I actually traveled to all different areas to visit all the team park. So I understand their operation. And the
Mm.
fun part is I would just go to any of the team park. I just tell them, oh, I want to understand about retail, how you operate on the retail store. So I go there as a retail assistant to do all the things. Then after I told you that, I want to understand what is F&B crew doing. So I will enter into the F&B. So it give me the foundation
Mm.
to all this thing. Yeah, I was very happy over there. So I worked there about a few years, 4 or 5 years. So I resigned. So I don't want to mention the reason, because it's a new boss, we can work together. So I went
Yeah.
over to Quark Group,
Wow.
carry. So they form a carry group. So I was sent to Malaysia, Indonesia, and China to build indoor theme park.
Sorry. Which Kwok is this?
Quark Group, Robert Quark,
Wow.
The Robert Kwok, the billionaire Robert Kwok.
yeah, Oil Dream
Oh,
Property,
fire.
yeah,
Wow.
Carry Leisure. So I was under a new company set called Carry Leisure Concept. Okay.
Mm.
The time they want to build, because they have a lot of shopping mall all over the place in Asia. So they say, how do we make use of the shopping mall to develop even a bigger? So the time we have an idea, say, why don't we build an indoor theme park in the shopping mall? So you see,
Mm.
all these little bit of things excite me. So when I come in, then because all the while I have a dream. When I see Disneyland, I saw Mickey Mouse on still. Then I told myself, wow, what happened that if you do a Chinese mythological theme park, I can see
Yeah.
Su Wong on the sky fighting. That is my dream. So when I told them, oh, that's my dream, I hope I can do a Chinese mythological theme park using Western, this journey to the West, using Feng Shen Pang, all these things to create a story in the theme park. So, oh, they look at me, wow, that's a very big investment. I say, yeah, precisely, but it will happen. Then I push. So then they say, okay, first of all, you have to help us to raise money first before doing all these things.
Okay.
That's the reason why then I get into arcade machine because it generates a lot of cash flow. So we started with arcade machine, and I don't want to explain the detail, but during that time, arcade machine really make a lot of money. One
Yeah.
twin machine you can share with a Daytona, a USD about 43 over thousand.
Yep.
We just play 150 for each game. Okay,
Yes.
6 months we power back the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I contributed.
Yeah, so cash flow kind of things.
I used to play every day.
Yeah, so I was there. After that, I was posted to Malaysia for a while. I posted to Indonesia, joint venture of Lipo Group, to build another Kalabachi mall, which is a very big indoor mall. Then at the end, I sent to China. China is my longest stay for a few couples of years. So my last project when I back to Singapore, I was involved in Happy Valley. If you went to Shenzhen, we call Huanle Happy Valley. That's my last theme park project when I back to Singapore. Yeah.
All right. So how from a corporate high flyer, how did you transit into real estate?
Just one email from my wife. Career or family, you decide. So I fly back. Yeah, it's a short.
Family first.
Yeah, so I have to come back. Straight away come back. If I come back, my boss is a bit upset. Even told me, I'll let you come back every month, Then I say, okay, I'll try. So at the end, 2 weeks once, at the end, my wife still complained that I'm coming back. So throughout this corporate, working in this corporate company, I enjoy the most because I have a lot of passion. Every day, I wake up, I was like dressed up, then I go to work. I'm very excited when I go into the office and start to plan all the operation issues, this kind of thing. Yeah, I think then when I come back to Singapore, even I try to go into other job application, but most of the company require me to travel. They still want to use my experience in China, Malaysia, Indonesia. They still have to travel. So at the end, I have no choice. So I went to real estate, which is my tougher job when I changed in the few years. Yeah. So I back in 1999 late. I was starting in real estate maybe year 2000. Yeah, that is my tougher job journey. Remember when I started, my upline just tell me, oh, you have to do door knock. Just go to HDB door knock. And it's not like nowadays, there's so many kind of training, all the leader provide you all different kind of things. So you are well equipped before you go out for war. The time don't have, just give a stone, go and do door knock. That's all. Yeah, I still remember when the first time I do the door knock, one uncle opened the door. I say, hi uncle, are you interested to want to sell your house or upgrade? The first just tell me, sell house? You think I'm poor? Bam, just close the door.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my really bad experience. I still remember I tears. Go to the back staircase, I sit down there and tears. I think myself, why should I go into all this? Why can't I just look for a job? Why should I go into this? That is my tougher, the real estate industry. Yeah, I mean in the beginning for the few years. Yeah.
So let me ask you lah.
Yeah.
Because for us, what we want to do is really help people get richer, right?
Yes.
Our passion, that's our goal. So for you, while you were in that journey, what helped you become rich? What helped you cross the line? And how did you become rich? Just briefly.
Okay, then as I say, I myself, I feel that agents have 4 different stages of life, especially your career path. Okay, first, when you start to work, you have to work, earn as much as possible, ready, because you don't know when, you come to, you don't have a case or you can't close anything. Then second, you have to save as much as possible because like rainy day, like this COVID-19, if you can't do this sales, basically you have to base on the saving. Then the third part, once you have money, you have to be start invest. Whether you invest. The best part is invest into real estate. But during my time, okay, I'm a bit different. Okay, I don't invest in real estate because no one taught me about that. To be very frank, I told you when I joined, no one taught me. So I invest into other things because of my past experience. I invest into like hardware, doing hardware supply. I bought into security, because of some of the chief officer and the police force, which I know. So I'm doing invest in all that. I also doing trading on gift, gift shop, all these things, but all lose money, all lose money at the end. So until not only owns money, you even own debt, everything you make, then you just throw it back inside that all gone.
Yeah.
So then I told myself, no, it cannot be that way. I think I need to be focused, okay? Especially when you're a real estate agent, if you ask people to buy and sell, yet you don't invest, some people say you, hey, why you don't invest?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So I remember the time uh, many years ago, still this Mandai estate, the industrial space, freehold. Remember there's a property 750 square feet. The owner only want to sell for 200,000. Okay. So then I think about it. Then I thought, oh, this one I think quite a good investment. During the time is very low, freehold, 750. The rental is about 1,008 to 1,009. I think the yield still not too bad. So just buy. And that is the first investment. And this property lasts me less than 2 years. Yes, you just sell. I think it's about close to 2 years or more. You just sell at 400K.
Wow.
That's the price just go on like that. So as I say, that's one part. So the third stage is very important. When you earn as much, when you save enough, so maybe you have to start to invest to roll your fund. If not, you forever penalty. And also, it will not be very good. People ask you, hey, Cal, you always ask people to invest. What about yourself? Do you invest? They will definitely ask you the same question. Can you imagine you push people to buy, push people to sell, but yet you don't do anything on real estate? But yeah, so I think our advice, if you can, but it also depends on what age group you are from. Okay, if you at my age now, 55, you may want to consider other kind of investment rather than property because it will last you longer. I think approach a friend which is 60 years old. She asked me this question. I always remember, Cal, 60 years old, still want me to invest? Don't you think I should take some money, go for holiday and relax myself? Yeah, have to really. I mean, different people have different profiles.
Different.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think Li Ka-shing was investing up to his 80s.
He's
Only
super rich.
Yeah.
He's super rich. When I at the stage, I also can invest because I can pass down. He's different kind of capability. He's different kind of category of investor.
He's
Yeah.
exceptional also.
Yes.
Different level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Level.
let me say hi to some of the friends who have joined us. Thank you for being with us once again. We have Richard here. We have Elaine here. Thank you for joining us tonight with Rich Conversation. We are having a great time chatting with Kelvin. He was just sharing with us how he have moved from his corporate job, being a high flyer, and then how he went into real estate and how he became rich. So Kelvin will be sharing more with us later. And if you have any questions, don't worry, there will be a chance for you. There will be a Q&A session later. So if you have any questions, just note down first and then later just type it in and Kelvin will answer your questions so that we can all learn from him and take positive and concrete steps towards being richer. So hang around and help us to share this broadcast, yeah?
Share the broadcast.
Yeah. Okay, so Kelvin, we also know that you are, an expert in office space. So we know that lately, because of COVID-19, a lot of people have started working from home, and some are saying that they enjoy it a lot. So I just want to ask you, how will the use of office space change after COVID-19? Especially, Mark Zuckerberg lately has also shared, I think there was this article, taking massive workforce remote and rethink office space. So how do you think things will change after COVID-19?
Okay, I think at this present moment, we still don't really tell. We can't tell anything yet because we don't know about the newcomer who coming into the industrial. But I really can feel. Okay, just give an example. Last year, I have an international law firm. They actually inquired about 30,000 square feet in the CBD area for rental for their operation. Okay, because of this COVID-19, recently we just have a discussion. We just talked. They're thinking about maybe they don't need such a big size anymore, because they feel that certain unimportant meeting, maybe they don't need to conduct in the office itself. So they was thinking about to downsize it to 8,000 square feet rather than the initial 30,000 square feet. So they also understand some of the important confidential data information still have to come to the office in order to able to access into it. So they're thinking about maybe certain of the job scope which is not so important, then they will work at home, or they only come certain hour. Then they will design their office into like co-working space concept. They think everyone don't have a fixed desk. Because from doing that, straight away they cut down their operating cost at least about 15% on that part. So we are moving into that. I foresee more and more tenants
Yeah.
initial, especially these, if let's say the COVID over, maybe open just a bit, they will have the same kind of concept, but still unknown. But I think that is a very heavy thing, which most
Yeah.
of the tenant may not want to rent a big area, to absorb the high cost. They will try to diversify some of the work, maybe in office. I think normal meeting is one of the important. They may be used through Zoom to for the
Yeah.
discussion on that
Yeah.
part.
Let me clarify a little, just to recap what you're
Yeah.
saying for everybody who's listening. So initially, the company was looking at 30,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Then they cut down to 8,000. That's a 75% drop. That's quite huge.
Yes.
Is that going to be the new norm?
I think at this present moment, we still can't really tell yet. We still
Yeah.
don't really know. But because of most of the office operator, they are service industry, insurance, financial. All
Yeah.
these are the most important confidential information. Maybe they still need to come to the office and as able to access into it. So at this present stage, we still really can't tell. But we
Yeah.
really can feel
Still
most of
early.
the time they have to hold back. They may not want to think about such a big area. Or some people think about, okay, maybe I will cut my office into different zones. I mean, different districts. For example, instead of 30,000 all put together, now they cut or 8,000 here, 8,000 there, in case any kind of crisis happen again, so that they no need to all the people come into the same place to work together.
Okay.
I think this will definitely change,
Okay.
after this COVID-19 over.
Okay. So let me ask you. Let's say I'm an owner of Strata office space, right? What should I do? If I'm an
Okay.
owner of a Strata office space, what should I do?
You're talking about wait or what? To invest, to buy a Strata office?
Let's say I own.
Okay.
What? You see, I'm a private investor. I own several Strata office space.
Okay.
Is this gonna be this change? What is your objective advice?
Okay, I think at this moment, everyone have to able to absorb the change. Okay, my advice is maybe rather than you just rent out to normal as an office as a whole, maybe you want to change the whole concept. I don't know. Maybe although you're an individual owner, maybe you want to use kind of a co-working space concept, a small co-working space. For example, you have 600 over square feet. Maybe you renovate the place, you design it, then you sell as membership. Just a suggestion, maybe like 600%, then you can actually accumulate about 9 or even 8% inside there. So
Yeah.
I think on this part, your rental yield will be go out a little bit higher, and also it's more flexible. So you need to tie down with the tenant. I think they want to have a more flexibility so that anytime I can in, anytime I can get out, even I want to get out for the contract. Yeah.
Yeah. That means look into the future, like how the office space
Correct.
will change and how I as an owner must adjust accordingly and
Yes.
adjust space and the use of the space. Right?
Yeah.
So okay, that comes to the second part of my question. If I'm considering buying into Strata office space,
Okay.
what should I do? Should I buy now or should I wait?
This question, to be very frank, it's not easy to answer. If I tell any of the investor outside now, I say, wow, you should buy now. People look at me, yeah, ready, you crazy, you think you're going to go out a lot. I think they will be a bit reluctant to pump me money. Most of the people, they say, never mind, I just wait and see. There's no hurry, there's a lot. But I would say, well, it's true. There's no hurry at the present moment. Maybe you should search around, okay? For me, I will go through a few things with them. I'll tell them that actually in the whole entire office space supply, Strata office is only about 25%. I think when the CBD area open up, the Marina Bay side open up more space, I think the Strata space unit even get lesser. So I will advise my client, okay, I don't push them to buy now. So normally I will come up investment comparison table, okay, to tell them to look into a few risk factor before you commit. The risk factor will be yield. I'll tell people no yield, then you better don't buy. Okay, I will look into the balance list. Okay, I will look into the price quantum. I will also look into the projection growth. Okay,
Mm.
then surrounding development in the future. So then also looking about the cash outlay. What about the vacancy rate around the area? Then
Mm.
I will also add up. If any of the project have more risk factor in,
Yeah.
then that may be the not the good one. So basically,
Yeah.
I'll do all the report. In fact,
Okay.
I think most of the commercial investors they are different from residential. Residential they are a little bit of emotional sometimes when they buy. Okay,
Mm.
while for commercial part, I think they crunch figure. In fact, they crunch until very very detailed every
It's a
single step.
numbers game, lah.
Yes, I think Mac, an investor, a very young chap, 35, 36 years old. He was telling me, Cal, can you pull out the whole entire report to me? Inside there, you must put a projection, future projection and growth, and how you get the figure on the projection and growth. You based on what data, you have to compile the whole thing together. What the future development plan over the area. Can you compile a report so that I can read about that? I think
Yeah.
most of the investors now, especially the young generation, they will request for all these details items. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
okay, so if you're listening in, I really am enjoying this conversation with Kelvin. I think what he's saying is, look, don't jump in, be prudent, do your math, do your homework. Don't just boom, right? There is space for and time as an investor to be prudent when it comes to investment. I think that's what Kelvin is saying. So if you've just joined us, we're having a really rich conversation with Calvin. Every time I speak with Calvin, I feel I'm learning so much. This is
Yeah.
David ECD and Louis Ho from Rich Property. We are passionate about helping everyone to be richer. Now, if you want to be richer, I want you to type in the comments, I want to be richer. We have to believe it, and so we have to say, right? We want to help as many people as possible. That's why we started this series of conversation, invite people like Calvin, so that they can share their life story, lessons, and tips, so that we can all learn to be richer. All right. So now, Calvin, we always ask the tough questions here because we really want to pick your brain. It's also to understand where things are going to be. And I
Mm.
think this pandemic has really made a lot of people wonder about the future, right? I know for myself, in my lifetime, I have never experienced this.
Mm.
Even SARS, it was very different, right? And I think we all know the fact that even Lee Hsien Loong spoke a couple of days ago, and he was saying, look, the government has never had a $100 billion aid package.
Mm.
That tells you a lot. And he was telling us in his speech that, look, Singaporeans, we need to prepare for a few challenging years ahead. For me, listening in, I was like, wow, I thought it was bad, but he was saying few years. So what we want to ask you is, what model will Singapore's economic recovery will be like? In your view, what do you think will be the Singapore's economic recovery be like?
Okay. David, maybe you want to share the slide. You want to
Yeah,
prepare.
the slides.
So that okay, I must say this. Next one. This one we go through.
Okay.
David. Okay, I must say that all these are my own personal opinion. Okay,
Yeah.
that's how I feel about the whole thing get hit. Yeah, I think David, next slide. I think we are really get hit, badly because that's why you see all the commercial property volume compare from the 2019 the fifth month compared
Yeah.
to now this 2020. You can see majority are dropping.
Yes.
58%. Shop house is the lesser. 55, retail 55, and even
Yeah.
industrial is 63. Maybe next one. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really hit. That's why the government come out all the release scheme, all are target on commercial property because we are really hit that bad. So how is the economy going to recover on this? Okay. A lot of people have a different sharing. Some of the economy measure, they were saying that, either it's a V return, either it's a U or W. Okay. Wherever what kind of economy return, actually they are based on three major checkpoints. One is the employment rate. Okay, if the employment rate going down, that's one of the checkpoint, and the GDP growth. I think the government already announced the GDP will be even below -4 to -7. If I
Below
recall it.
GDP growth in
Yeah,
our
for so many years. Then
Yep.
another one is the manufacturing index. Okay,
Yep.
but something very interesting, which I want to share with you about the unemployment rate. Okay, I think by 2019, our unemployment rate is about 2.3%. And if you look at PBS economists, who will analyze that by end of this year, most likely will hit about 4.3%. Okay, but if you look at 1996 and even 2003, our unemployment even higher, which is about 5.8 to 5.9%. But this COVID-19 a bit unique, okay? During the time, all the shop, all the business are running and open, but unemployment is high. Now, all the shop, all the business are forced to close, okay? So the rate is only 4.3. So I foresee when this CP circuit open, okay, I think we can quickly go back into that. That's how my own personal feel.
Yeah.
Okay, into that. So whether it's a V, I don't say it's a V. Okay, as a V, depends on how you look at, because I say the measure is based on the three criteria: the unemployment rate, the GDP, and the manufacturing industry. Okay, if it's based on property, okay, I think we didn't decline until all the way to bottom. I think the property price are very stabilized. They don't even drop much. Don't even drop. I don't think it's dropped for this one whole year until June. I don't think it's dropped. So I cannot say based on property is a V recovery. Okay, I cannot say. And even at L, I also can't predict at this present moment because it's really, really unknown. We have to see when the circuit breaker phase 2 all coming, when all open up as normal economy, then we can tell the difference. Okay, maybe the next one. Like, as I see, most of the people predict, Singapore property, it will not going down further. David, next one. Okay. So if you look at this, okay, how do we return after we have so many crises? In fact, in Asian crisis, we take about 5 quarters, we recover. Okay, even the SARS, we talk about 3 quarters, we come back, on this. So far, okay, this period, we still unknown yet, but I foresee, I think it will not be that bad. It already opened up. The same COVID-19 it become a norm and flu to us. That's how my own personal view. So you will look on the next one. Okay, even the M1 money is the printing money, is all flooded into the market, and the cyber retail rate are still very low. So you look in between, we have a big gap. We have a lot of money in the market flowing, and our interest rate is low. So I think, so where is this money going to go? Recently, I just talked to Shanghai Jiao Tong University, one of the professors. He's doing economy. I was asking, is it a loss? Is it a unknown? Because when China COVID open up the city, all the property price shoot up. They say it's just very unusual. They say no, it's very common because the country is printing money. Okay, and because of Europe side, most of the Chinese decide to withdraw the money back from US, from Europe, because they feel that over there is unsafe anymore. So they bring back the money here, and the money keep in the bank, the interest is very low. So how to beat the inflation? So the best part is come in and buy property. So that's what happened in China. All the property price have been going up. All the property price people are rushing to buy in. So that's one of the reasons. David, next.
Yep.
So what about our Singapore? Okay, David, next one. Okay, I think since 1995, Singapore, we maintain zero foreign tax. Okay, next one. So, and you look at Singapore positive trade. Okay, every time we have a balance of 27.2 billion. I mean, you based on your import minus of export. So that is kind of the profit margin. And you look at the percentage, the top import country, okay, are China and majority Malaysia, all are the Asian countries. Well, US is about 20 over percent. I think it's about 20%, right? US, it's about slightly below 20%. So we are more dependent on Asia. I think Asia will be recovered faster compared to the rest. I think there's some report that they mentioned about that. David, next. Okay. Then we look at this. Okay, in terms of holding most currency, Singapore is number 11 in the world. Okay.
Wow.
The next one, and even the gold, the gold reserve, we are number 29 in the whole entire world, about 137.4 tons of gold. Okay, the next one. Okay, so most competitive in the world, we are number one now, especially Hong Kong, the kind of situation. I think we were able to maintain that.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. Okay, then political stability, we are number three. Okay, in fact, election is coming, so no matter how the government will fully push the economy to come up. Okay, so then the last part, the next one. Okay, I was sharing with one of I remember recently I just closed one deal in Central Square. So the UK buyer was asking me, Cal, why you think I should buy now at this present moment? Why should I invest into Singapore? Then I share with him this chart. I say Singapore is one of the country have most cooling measure in the whole entire world. Then I say, really? I say, yeah. You look at 2001, I show him this chart about how many cooling measure we implement in 1 year. What the government trying to do, okay, is the next one is to ensure wherever you sow into this piece of land, okay, in the 10 to 15 year, you will definitely get harvest in the near future. So our government ensure it's just like why you encourage initial stage when COVID-19 come up, you encourage people, hey, you don't wear mask. Because why? We worry that we may not have sufficient mask. So when you get in and sufficient mask, make sure everyone have it already, then you say, please put on your mask. Because we have to ensure the supplies is there. I think a lot of other kind of policy we implement. So after he listened this way, he say, yeah, it's true. Okay, I buy now. Actually, if you look back, all the investment you did, if you invest into 10, 15 years ago, is there any property in money? I think very seldom. Very seldom will make. That is why so many cooling measures have been coming. That is why government monitor the property investment so tight. That is why they are so strict on the real estate consultant because of the part. Because they just want to ensure not only Singaporean, even overseas foreign investors, you pump in money here, I make sure I guarantee you will get better return.
Yeah.
If you pump money here. So that is, I think that's what the government and it's a reputation in the world. We want to ensure that this country is safe. This country is a good place for invest. This country is a good place for staying. Okay, if you want to pump your money here, pump in Singapore. I think that what they want to project on this idea to the people here. Yeah.
Our
So that is sharing to the rest. So at the end, he decide, okay, I buy now. And I think he don't even loan any single cent. Yeah, he fully paid for this property. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about the rest, but I think we need to take a moment to digest that. It's like now, if you are like me, you know, I felt my mind was blown for a little mini explosion. I think there's so much truth there. There is so much wisdom there. I think it's necessary for everybody to hear that. I think fundamentally, Singapore is strong, right? What the only thing I think Cal is saying, and I think I agree with Cal, is this: in the short term, we don't know is it a V or is it an L? We don't know. Or is it an I? I think probably Kelvin and I, we're more inclined to say, I think we really don't know because this is unprecedented. This pandemic is unprecedented in the history of Singapore. I mean, there was the Spanish flu, but that was 1918, right? Most of us were not around. Singapore wasn't around. You can't compare to 1945, World War II. We were not around. Singapore wasn't around. I think in the history of Singapore, in our lifetime, this has not happened to the magnitude that it has. So it's really, so Kelvin, is it fair to say that you are also believe in the I recovery? This is an unknown factor.
Yes.
But yet,
really at this present moment, yeah.
So fundamentally, you believe it's still a good place to invest. It's a question of when, right?
Yep.
So okay, I just want to dig a little deeper. For you, when will you know we are coming out? When are we? How will you know we are recovering?
Okay, I think actually, to be very frank, there's a lot of part of it. As I
Yeah.
say, most of the economic health measure, I mean, on the economic health measure, they're based on just the unemployment rate, they're based on GDP, they're based on manufacturing intact. I think that is not sufficient enough because our GDP don't just only depend on this. I mean, the manufacturing, this intact, we also depend on tourists. Okay, I think if you really open up to tourists, there's one part, and open up, especially the service industrial, which is over about 17% of the GDP growth, then
Yeah.
you were able to slowly fill it. Okay, if let's say, okay, I think you also can look at the bank interest rate, you know, because when the bank interest rate keep on lower, the thing the risk factor is higher. Or
Yeah.
you also depend on whether the bank is willing to rent to you. I mean, the in terms of the money, will it be more strict, tighten? Then you can tell, how bad is the market situation because they will know the money in and out, flowing in and out, what's the bank risk they're taking. They will have multiple. I think you can monitor on that. And if you buy for property investment, you also can monitor on the GTA, the area which are interested. Look at the volume transaction. Look at the pricing. Where are they falling? But of course, I think most of the time, if people you want people to come in and buy now, they will definitely what is the advantage if I come in now? Can I have
Yeah.
something cheaper than the previous month? Then they will come in and buy. I mean, if you tell them, oh, it's higher, I don't think they will buy behind
Mm.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
So if I come in to buy now, I'm taking a higher risk. So you
Yeah.
must ensure me have a kind of a better discount or return. So I
Definitely.
think the guy will ask me about that part. Yeah.
No, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really learning a lot. I think we want to bring in the audience a little. So we're gonna have in a few minutes we're gonna have a Q&A. But before we go into the Q&A, I think if you are listening and you have really learned a lot, I want you to just type in the comment section, wow, I'm really learning. Wow, thank you, Kelvin. Because the stuff that you're hearing here is really very, very useful for what we have to do as investors. It's not just chit chat, it's really we as investors how we can position ourselves so that we can become richer. So we're going to go into the Q&A portion. So I want to just thank Kelvin first for that information. Just say, wow, my mind is being blown, or something to that like that. All right, just type it in the comment section. Now, Kelvin is here. If you have questions, I want you to ask Kelvin. All right, type your questions in the comment section. We will answer as many questions as we possibly can. Now, while we are waiting for your Q&A to come in, we have a special bonus for everybody. If you want the special bonus, say, I want the special bonus. Kelvin will be sharing with us later where he believes are the hidden gems or undervalued property in the market. We want you to like our page, send us your name and email address to this link that you see in the bottom of the page. All right, and then we will send it to you. It's not part of the live broadcast. It's a video recording that we will email to you. All right, Luis, I'm a little wowed by the sharing. So are there questions that we have from the audience that we want to ask Kelvin? Come on.
Okay. I think it's still coming in because there's a bit of lag.
Okay.
So let's wait for the people to.
Yeah, I see one question by Andrew Lai.
Yes. Let me just show it. Okay, so Kelvin Andrew is asking commercial office versus shop house versus retail shop. Which is a safer buy now?
Wow.
Kelvin is getting all the tough questions tonight.
Okay, I will definitely not choose retail. I think retail shop you will have to really went for a really big industrial changes at this present moment. So if you go into retail, unless you're going for own use, unless you're doing something like F&B operation, if not, just for investment, I will not ask you to buy for retail. As for shop house, I think shop house not everyone can afford. Like previously, Richard did say, shop house is like a good class bungalow in residential. Okay,
Yeah.
quantum is high, and not even everyone can afford. And not only that, because of the yield return also not that attractive. At this present moment, unless you can hold. I remember I went to Hong Kong before. I went to this Tong Luo one. I remember I visited a lot of shop house. When I go there, I just call a few agents to show me around all the shop house.
Yeah.
They realized that all the shop house over in Hong Kong are, when you enter, you're straight away negative cash flow. Then even don't have less than a 2% yield return. I think not even 1.5. Then I was asking the agent, wow, then your interest rate must be damn low. That's why people invest. They say, no, my interest rate is more than that, 3-4%. Then I said, huh? Then why buy? So I realized that there are those people keeping shop house, they're like keeping is an antique, it's a heritage, which is good to have this,
Yeah.
So unless you are rich, so I think you can put inside there. So if not, let's say you are only started to invest into commercial, maybe office space you can consider, or even an industrial space.
Yeah.
Because I always believe on one formula, which myself, I told them, if your first time playing into commercial investment, I will tell them lower quantum, lower risk. And when your quantum is low, you want to let go, want to forego everything is easier rather than the quantum is big. Then because when the quantum is big, the buyer are more narrow, they are limited. There's only this group of people can afford on this. But if your quantum is low, the buyer will be huge. Anyone can come and buy easily. So that's why I always advise my client, if you just started into invest, I think office space, industrial is quite a safer investment at this present moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I hope that answered the question. Are there any more questions? No, I got a lot of questions. I always like to pick his brain. So. Any other questions that anybody has? It takes time because it's a bit slow. Cool. So for you feel office and industrial is a safer buy at this point.
Quantum is low, and that's why I say industrial also, because the manufacturing index is high, because the GDP growth manufacturing side is about 20 to 25%. But I think besides just investing a property itself, I think the investor have to also think about how to do asset enhancement on their own individual unit. That's very important. I think no longer count the money, just buy a property, just put it out there. I think it's no longer. You have to also think. I think not only the investor, even as the real estate consultant, you may say, think about, if you get your client bought into this office, buy into this office on industrial, how do you constantly upgrade on the assets enhancement for the property itself, so that the value can keep on going up? I think that's one of the very important. The thing, what I'm trying to say, that the real estate consultant also have to imagine what kind of tenants can put inside there will be better, last longer. Because when the business do longer lasting, then you will ensure your rental keep on coming in, and you ensure that you can keep on upgrade your rental, your yield, your rental yield will be higher. And when your yield higher, you can push for a higher price to let go, because your capital appreciation will be even higher. So we have to constantly to think to upgrade it to be a better value of the property itself, not just buy and keep it down and rent. I think that is not enough at all. Totally not enough at all. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's about sustainability.
I went to China. There's some of the real estate consultants. There's a team of people basically to just take care of not just buy and sell. How to enhance your property value, to increase every year to 3 to 5% by changing a new concept of the tenant, by changing on the property, even the renovation or the whole interior design, to enhance it so that the value will be keep on going up. So that the buyer who bought the property itself, after 5 to 10 years, it will definitely have a better capital appreciation and return. There's a group of people already start doing that in China. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna kind of ask you. You're very passionate about retiring, right? In our private conversations. So I want to ask you. Right now, you share with us you're very young, 55, right? What are you passionate about? What is the next 5 years gonna be like for you? Right? These are very interesting years to be alive, right? But what is your thing? What are you passionate about?
I wish I have some more new breakthrough, not just into real estate. I mean, I'm doing a few things now in not only Singapore and especially China, even overseas. I'm trying to build all different kind of platform. Okay, hopefully I can put in all the different group of the entrepreneur businessmen together and divide them into different segments. Uh, uh, then go into future investment, not only into property or even some kind of a new business idea concept. Okay, basically, I'm creating a different platform into different things. Like for example, in China, I have this called Suo Su Hui. In Singapore, I have this commercial elite team. Okay, so in Singapore, I also have this called uh, China a network alliance group. Okay,
Yeah.
recently, I just discussed with China, one of the professors. He want to form a called a triangle team group over here. Something similar like BNI, but they don't collect money. Okay. Instead that they put in everyone together to share on different resource and sharing. Every month there were different topics. So basically, I just hope to form a different platform so
Yeah.
that hopefully all these platforms can help people to achieve what they want to do in future and even their dream. You know, that is what I want to do now. Not
Cool.
only just real estate for itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's not just only a property investment. It's not about getting rich there. Okay, before time is running out, so I'm very conscious of the time.
Okay.
Now, let me talk. Let me share with people that we have a special bonus for them. Now we will come back to you, in a bit. So we want to tell everybody who's listening in now, we have a special bonus for you. You need to get this. You can see from Kelvin's sharing, you really need to. There's so much depth, there's so much wealth of experience there. So if you want the special bonus, I want you to say yes, I want the special bonus in the comment section. Kelvin will be sharing where he believes are the hidden gems or undervalued property in the market. Like our page, send your name and email address to this link. It is not part of the live broadcast. It's a video recording that we will email to you, and we will send it out to you as soon as possible. Kelvin, thank you for being with us. We are not finished, right? We want everybody who's listening in, please say thank you, Kelvin. We have learned a lot today, all right? Before we go any further, I want to ask you, Kelvin, you've shared so much. So what does being rich mean to you today? What does being rich mean to you?
Okay. That's how I feel, no? Especially the day I was just sharing with David. This is how I feel for the past few years. I realized I can create happiness to people. Okay, why I think that? I think when I started at real estate, I managed to convince one of the divorced couple when after I sold their house, they matched back together. I
Wow.
managed to help people to grow their wealth, through assess progression from selling HDB to buy a property and they get rich at the end, they get retirement and they collect some money. I'm
Yeah.
able to use different platforms to help people to able to absorb the information and knowledge so they can grow even further on their real estate. I
Yeah.
even use all kind of my different platform to tell people sometimes real estate is not just about making money.
Mm.
You know, this job you if you think that real estate is only about making money, after a while you'll find a kind of tired. I don't know whether
Yeah.
I remember when the beginning of the time when I start to do real estate, when I finish all my listing, I will sit down there, I will think, so what is next?
Mm.
Or when you make a lot of money, then you also come and sit down and think, you feel that so what you make a lot of money, but you also feel a little bit tired. So you have to keep on showing people how then in your mind you start thinking about can I do some other things? Don't need to
Yeah.
show people how fun. So I think real estate the passion is not only just on the money,
Yeah.
it must be also on other things before I'm helping people grow things. That's why that's why I was sharing with you this few areas. I realized I can create happiness to people. That is the most important. Okay, to be rich because there's no point you get rich. So you rich. So yeah, you rich also. So what?
Yeah.
So for us, especially I think the group which I formed for the past few years, like my division, like my CET, like
Mm.
even China platform, it actually delay my aging. Can you imagine how amazing? Because of that, I have a lot of things to handle, to do, to take care of them. So every day I have to make myself very fresh. I make myself very fit, so that I can able to lead them to go for another 5 years, another 10 years,
Wow.
this place. That's my dream. Yeah.
That's
I
why
can
you're
say,
so young.
yeah, I think that's your secret of being young. And I guess in my interaction with you, Kelvin, I think one of the way that you create happiness is also you give so much. Whenever we talk to you, you always share so much gems and your experience, because I think out of your heart, you really want to just help people. So thank you so much for sharing all this advice, tips with us tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Luis and dear David.
We are definitely having you back, okay? All
Okay.
right. One day soon. We will see where the market is going. I've learned so much from you. I'm going to watch the market, see when is it going to be a V recovery? Is it going to be an I recovery? Is it going to be an L recovery? And then when the market is recovering, we'll have you back, and then we can talk further and then say what people need to do.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for everything that you've shared. We cannot thank you enough. All right. We've learned so much. So I want everybody who's listening, please say thank you one more time to Kelvin for sharing his wealth of experience and knowledge with us today. Thank you, Kelvin.
Thank
all
you.
right. See you again. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. So that was Kelvin. All right. So if you have topics about property investment or related questions that you're interested in, let us know in the comment sections and we will cover it in the weeks to come. Next week, our special guest, Kenneth Toh, is coming. We're going to talk about how to crisis-proof your property and safeguard your home. How to crisis-proof your property and safeguard your home next week, 8:30 p.m. Please pen it into your schedule. He's coming. He's going to share about how you can have a great deal when you refinance your mortgage loan. He's a mortgage broker, so he's going to give a lot of tips. All right? So we are your hosts, David ECD and
Lois Ho.
Whatever your dream or your goal may be, we wish you every success. Be richer. Bye.
See you next week.
And see you next week.